Alright, what's up, gang? Today we're going to be taking a look at a few clips of Jack Dorhety. Now, if you don't know who Jack Dorhety is, he's basically the epitome of I only do the internet for the money. He's the biggest main character motherfucker you'll ever see in your entire life. I'm not going to waste your time. Let's just get to the first clip.
What? Little bro, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, little bro? Yeah. Yeah.
All he does is just walk around and literally fuck with people. Like, if you look up, like, Jack Dorhety on Twitter or on YouTube or whatever the fuck, like, 85% of his content is just him fucking with people. And it's funny that he does it because he's, like, 5'5" tops and maybe, like, 120 pounds, and he walks around with this fucking 6'5", big-ass, buff, black bodyguard, whatever the fuck, to be as intimidating as possible. Which is, like, if you're gonna go around and fuck with people, you know, at least be willing to, you know, take a hit. If, like, because here's the thing, he has the bodyguard because he knows that people fucking hate him, and he knows that he's gonna get hit for doing this shit. So the bodyguard just kind of proves that you're a pussy, okay? It proves that you're too scared to take any kind of hit. I also don't understand, like, how you could ever, like, I guess, grow up and try to do this shit, like, ever, I like, have the idea, I'm gonna go around into a mall, and I'm just gonna fucking bump into people and fuck with people. Like, that's kind of, that's the shit I do with my friends in the hallway. I bump into them in the hallway. But, like, how could you ever, how fucked in the brain do you have to be like, I'm gonna actually, like, do that to, like, normal people who are just, like, you know, minding their own business, and I'm just gonna fuck with them. I just don't get it. Like, where does that, where are your, like, parents? It sounds funny, I sound like a Karen right now, but, like, seriously, like, how do you raise a kid and then this is what they fucking end up doing with their life? But yeah, he makes all his money managing OnlyFans girls, and so, really, that just gives him the excuse now to do whatever the fuck he wants, because, I mean, this dude's making probably like $1 million a month. It does not matter what the fuck he's, you know, if he has a job or whatever the fuck, how he looks to an employer. And it just kind of, I can very much see how this is really like corrupting his brain. All this fame that he's getting so young, and all this like fucking money that he's getting for doing really nothing. And he's just kind of, now that's just his, you know, mentality of the world, I feel like, is, okay, if I can make all this money, if I can do whatever the fuck I want and be rich, then I can just do whatever the fuck I want. He actually used to be a YouTuber that unironically, I hate to admit this, but like, whenever I was like 6 or 7, and this dude was a different person, I used to watch him a little bit. I'll show some of the videos on screen of like things that I watched, like the era, quote unquote, of Jack Dorhety that I used to watch. He was still an asshole back then, but it was a little bit different because he was like an asshole kind of by himself, like in a weird way. He was just kind of like fucking around or whatever, but now he's like, he just evolved or whatever. It's just a little frustrating to see that this kid kind of used to just be, you know, a regular kid that was just making his own videos on whatever the fuck he want. They were still clickbait, they were still cringy, they were still whatever the fuck, but it's annoying to see that he went from that and being able to succeed doing that to now the only way that he can get popular on the internet is if he just goes around and be the biggest asshole just to get shock value clicks. And then in this next clip that we're gonna talk about, he actually gets beat the fuck up in this one, kind of, you'll see.
Y'all gotta shake hands. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, we're cool.
On the ground.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh!
Yo, what the fuck?
Pussy new shit. Pussy.
Can I just say, like, how shit of a bodyguard do you have to be to, like, actually let him get hit like that? Like, you have one job. I mean, Jack Dorhety, he makes you know, what, $1 million bajillion dollars every 20 minutes? I mean, you can hire a better security guard than that, dude. You just got rocked in your shit, and you're paying a guy to make sure that doesn't happen. That's kind of funny to me. But I also love his reaction in these. It's that same reaction that he's so high out of his mind on this fucking high horse that he's got, that he can't even imagine that somebody would actually hit him. He's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Like, that he actually has no idea of, like, what the real world is. And so whenever somebody actually, you know, who's probably having to live a fucking, this bullshit life that they don't like, supporting kids that are fucking so expensive, working a shitty job that they hate, you know, their wife's fucking yelling at them, they don't need to deal with you, dog. Like, they don't have to, and I don't think he realizes that he, you know, he's not just this fucking, this demigod, and everybody around around him is just his servant for his content. And I think it's funny because this is really what's inspiring other people to do it. It's insane to me that he's really not even the only guy who's doing this shit. There's so many other people. Like, I think I made a video about it, I'm not sure, but there was this dude who got like beat up or something in a fucking like on stream, and it was all staged. There was a dude who stole money out of a Popeyes, you know, tip jar and did it on stream just for that shock value shit. And it's funny that, you know, the biggest guy, I feel like, this is probably the biggest guy doing this, the most successful guy. He's got like 13 mil on YouTube, and he's just going and getting fucking rocked in the face on the daily. Here's another clip.
We got out of there, motherfuckers. Let's go.
Watch your language. There's kids around here.
I didn't say any curse words. What'd I say?
Just watch your language.
What'd I say?
You got a stupid shirt on over there.
Yeah. Your kids can't read, though.
What are you talking about?
Your kids can't read, can they?
I'm sure your kids watch.
Get away from me.
You started talking to me, buddy.
Get away from me.
You get away from me. Watch your kids. Go walk away.
You got something to say, you motherfucker?
McKinley, back up.
What the fuck's your problem?
It's kind of funny in this clip specifically because you can really tell his mentality, his idea of going out and fucking with people. He's not just kind of being an insufferable asshole to himself. He's doing it literally to get a reaction out of people, and I think it's funny because that's so clearly demonstrated in this clip. I mean, instead of him just, you know, saying whatever the fuck gay shit, gang slime, crip, whatever the fuck he said, and then, you know, the guy said, hey, you know, knock it off or whatever, and then he was like, cool. Instead of doing that and just being a normal human being about it, he instead immediately jumps the bullet to try to get a reaction out of this kid. And it's kind of disrespectful that he's doing it in front of the dude's kids. Like, this dude has 2 of his own kids right around him, and he's just fucking screaming all these swear words or whatever, being an asshole in front of him, and then literally ends up getting the kid's dad beat up in front of him just because he decided, you know, that would be good content for my video. I mean, when is it enough? I don't understand. Like, is this dude ever gonna get in actual legal trouble? Is he ever gonna get, like, you know, put on parole or something? I don't know the law, but I don't feel like it's fair that this kid can just go around and do whatever the fuck he wants and get away with it. What, because he makes good content? No, he doesn't. Like, why is he allowed to do this? I feel like if I went around and did this, dude, if you do this kind of shit in the wrong area, you are fucking dying. Like, you are getting popped in the head, and then they're fucking skirting off. You're not living that down. And it's kind of annoying that he gets to go around and do this kind of shit every day and just gets away with it. It enables him probably to want to continue to do it more and more and see, you know, how much bigger of an asshole can I be before I get, you know, actually hurt. This dude's also such a fucking insufferable, like, asshole that he ended up being on Dr. Phil a few years ago. And he was on Dr. Phil, and it was actually because he had stolen his brother's car or whatever for a prank that he put on YouTube. I'm sure the video is probably up still because I'm sure the Dr. Phil exposure maybe, you know, gave him 100 more views on that, and God forbid he spare one possible view. But yeah, it just kind of goes to show you, I mean, this dude has just been doing this shit for years, and it's crazy to me that he has had, you know, he's been doing this for so long, and he's never thought to himself, you know, maybe I can just, you know, be myself, you know, maybe I can be a human being instead of just trying to make people hate me so that way they watch my videos. I don't know why that's what you would want to be. I don't know. That's basically the clip of just main character syndrome. That's really all I gotta say without repeating myself. Twitter's making fun of him like crazy. I honestly recommend that you just look up Jack Doherty on Twitter and see what people are saying about him because it's pretty funny. But yeah, that's basically it. Peace.